What's up, YouTube? So, it's your boy Sandy Radich back for another video, and today I want to talk about the 2018 XXL freshman class lineup. And so, with my thoughts right here on the lineup, this lineup is not bad at all. This list is actually pretty solid, and it's a major step up from the list we got last year. And like my thoughts on the list last year, I wasn't doing videos like around that time. So the lineup last year was weird to me because it already had people that had already like popped and already had some decent exposure, like some decent hype around their name, and some of them didn't really need the cover for real. Like Made in Tokyo was on there last year, and he had already had that Uber Everywhere song, even had a remix with Travis Scott. So he was already about as big as he was probably gonna get, and he was actually at the point of fading off. They had Cap G on there, which Cap G, the son looked like a Disney Channel villain on that cover. I don't know why Cap G got on there though, but he had that little he had like an internet hit, that girlfriend joint. He had that and it was popping for a while. Then who else was on there? XXXTentacion, which he one of the few artists from that lineup that's still relevant today and actually making like some pretty sizable buzz. We had A Boogie on there, who also once again is also making some buzz. Kyle, he had that I Spy with Lil Yachty. That was a cool song. And then Kyle, I was familiar with him because he had a couple songs in projects before, like back when he went by his old rap moniker. His name was Kid. Kyle was he was different. He was different. I enjoyed some of what he had out. Kamaya's cool. Like nothing really all that special. Playboy Cardi, I thought his first album, like the self-titled joint, was terrible, and I actually hated Die Lit for a while. But then after like some revisions and going back, looking at it from a different light, Die Lit is one of my favorite rap projects of this year. Like no BS, like one of my favorite projects. But anyway, my biggest issue that I have with the XXL freshman list is that a lot of times it's more political, and they're picking people who already have buzz and already have hype behind their names already. And they pick people like that, like for promotions, like because on the website, XXL's website, they advertise, they take up, like they have commercials and ads and whatever, and they pick a list based on people who already got big that's gonna make people come see the magazine, go to the site. It's gonna draw people in. And really they pick people who are already big and got hype instead of really giving it to artists who don't really have like a good push and a good promotion behind them. But that's just how it is these days. It's so much about the rap game that's political and politicized, and it's just another thing. It's just a product of this era. But anyway, so this year we have on the XXL 2018 list, we have Ski Mask Slump God, which his album Beware the Book of Eli was actually pretty nice. Ski Mask has a really like quirky, like energetic, fast style. He's like almost animated. He comes off to me kind of like a new age Busta Rhymes, if you will. And I think that he has a ton of personality, goofy punchlines and bars and some clever things. He's definitely an artist to check out for. He's definitely someone I feel deserved this spot on the list. We got Lil Pump, which Lil Pump was weird to get on there because Lil Pump is already about as big as you're probably gonna get for something like this. But Lil Pump is another artist that he's not really like technically proficient lyrically from what I've seen, and I guess a lot of people would probably put him in the mumble rap category or just completely disown him. But Lil Pump, for the style of music that he makes and the sound and style he's going for, I think he executes his music and his sound very, very well and makes some pretty fun and catchy tracks. His self-titled project, Lil Pump, was actually pretty cool. Then he has a song with Carnage, I Shine. Banger. Just banger. Just that song is like so damn dope. Like I mess with Lil Pump. Like even though he already big, it is what it is. Smoke Perp, I'm not really familiar with Smoke Perp for real. I know him and Pump are really cool, and I've heard like a few songs, but I've never sat down and given him like my full attention. So I'm gonna have to get to his music, and I'm gonna have full thoughts on that coming back. But he's somebody that's been having some buzz already, like just like Pump. So him getting on here is kind of weird. But you have Stefflon Don. Apparently she's from the UK, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I think that's where she's from. And I didn't know anything about her, so I gave some of her songs like a shot before making this video talking about this. I am not a fan. No. Like, I do not like Stefflon Don's music at all. And from what I heard, I don't think I'm gonna like it. Like, I think the only reason she probably made it on here was because now that Cardi B's getting big and like people like that bad bitch boss chick kind of thing going on right now, they put Stefflon on there just like kind of to push that a little forward. Like if they wanted to give it to a female artist, Princess Nokia definitely should have probably got it because she's someone who could use that push. Same with No Name, but like I'm good on that. Personally for me, I would just avoid Stefflon Don's music. That's a headache that I shouldn't have gone through and I don't want any of you to go through. Then next we have Block Boy JB. Somebody whose music I have not also given a listen to. But the Look Alive song with Drake was hot. And that song he had with 21 Savage was also hot. So Block Boy JB, definitely saying he's coming out with some good singles and some jams. Especially for this summer. So I'm going to check out his music and some of his projects. But I think this was probably a pretty good addition. Then we have YB in the Mirror. Son only got like 3 songs out, but given the amount of buzz that he had going for him, and that rubbing off the paint is just like holds a special place in my heart. It's almost like a modern day Negro spiritual, but like that song is hot, and I see the singles and the stuff he's got going on. He was gonna get this spot because I mean I would have preferred Tay-K to get it, but nah, I already knew Tay-K wasn't getting it. Tay-K locked down. Like, no. That would have been cool, but Namir, that was like the most obvious choice. Then we got, who else we got on here? We have Trippie Redd. Now, Trippie Redd, funny enough, even though I think, like I said earlier, they do it for the hype and who's already buzzing and who gonna get them revenues. 6ix9ine should have been on here, honestly. Like, I don't really like any of 6ix9ine's music, but for all the things that XXL looks for, 6ix9ine should have been on here. He really should have. But another reason why 6ix9ine didn't make it on here is probably because Trippie Redd's on here. Because, you know, like, I'm pretty sure at the XXL office, they was not going to let Trippie Redd and 6ix9ine in the same room. Like, do you know how much stuff that would have started? Like, they would have started probably fighting, like, just going in, and then they names are synonymous. They like the modern day, they like the SoundCloud version of Tupac and Biggie. Like, they just go on at each other left and right, and it's so funny. But like, back to Trippie though. Trippie, I like Trippie Redd. He comes off to me like he's different from Uzi, but they got a lot of similarities. But I enjoy some of Uzi's music. So Trippie Redd is actually pretty entertaining. I first really got hip to him when I listened to that Love Letter to You, the first one. And I thought that was pretty cool. Like, I saw like he got potential and a little bit of style in his own sound. But the song Pulse 1469, I don't care what anyone says. I think 6ix9ine's verse on there was actually pretty cool. And I like that whole song as a whole. And he showed like that also on that song Let Me Rap. He showed that he actually got some flow and some bars and get down. Trippie Redd is kind of a unique little anomaly in this SoundCloud thing that we got going on. I think that he's entertaining and I enjoy his music. And even though he's already gotten some buzz and kind of big already, because he got that one song, Dark Knight Goma, with Travis Scott. But like I said, like I keep saying, when we look at the hype and all this, he deserved this spot off of there. And then we have Wi-Fi's Funeral, which Wi-Fi's Funeral actually has a new album out that I haven't got around to listen to yet. But Wi-Fi's Funeral is probably one of the more skilled, technically proficient lyricists we got to come out of the SoundCloud spectrum right now. He's actually pretty good. Like, he's actually talented. Like, I really like him. I think he can spit, and he's definitely got a lot of potential and can really establish himself. So once I get to that album, I'll let you know. But I'm enjoying so far everybody on here. Then last but not least, we have Jid. Now Jid, some of y'all may know, some of y'all may not, but I'm gonna fill you in. Jid is associated with J. Cole's Dreamville Records. He's an artist on there. And when it comes to me personally, I'm not the biggest J. Cole fan, honestly. And I really don't care for the majority of Dreamville Records. Like, a lot of their artists sound like clones of J. Cole and sound very similar with their content, their flows, their styles, their deliveries. But Jid is just on a whole nother thing. Like, Jid has some J. Cole-ish kind of like inflections in him. Then he has the kind of a flow, kind of style of a OD era Kendrick. Then he's got a little bit of R&B-ish, kind of soulish kind of vibes in there. He has a nice singing voice. And I see a little bit of some Wayne, some of that old Wayne in there too, because he's definitely got like he's got some funny bars, crazy energetic flow, and when he wants to, he can be kind of conceptual and put together like a decent thought out song and project. And personally, his album The Never Story was actually pretty nice. Like, I wasn't as big a fan of it as everybody was, but I thought it was nice. And I think he's definitely probably the most diverse, unique artist on Dreamville, and actually has a lot of potential to blow. And if he finds and really gets his sound and his style and down pat together, I think he could be a really big thing. So out of everybody on here, he definitely deserved this spot the most, and he's probably going to get a really good push off of this, which he deserves. And I'm anxious to see what Jid has coming down the pipeline and what he's got coming next. But anyway, y'all, this was just my thoughts on the XXL 2018 freshman class. So I'm going to have more videos, more content in the future. But for now, please like, comment, subscribe. These opinions and views are mine and mine alone. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching. You are all the best. Peace.